Here we have a set of notes that we're going to actually put together and work on later. This is looking at the kinetic energy and the characteristics of solids, liquids, and gases. For today, we just want to review what we saw yesterday in the Nearpod and really start thinking about the molecular level of a solid, liquid, and gas and what those differences are. So just a reminder, we talked about this slightly in our Nearpod yesterday. Kinetic energy is energy from motion. So if you kind of think about when you're laying on the couch, you're relaxing, you're not moving a lot, you might start to get kind of like you feel lazy, you don't have a lot of energy. But once you're up, you're moving around, you're running around, you have more energy, you're getting rid of more energy, you feel that more. So the same thing is happening in chemistry, and the same thing is happening at an atomic level. So that means the teeny tiny atoms that make up a solid, liquid, and gas, they have energy and they have motion. So we're going to start looking at solids. This is an example of any circular solid. So maybe like this ball. If you get a really intense microscope and you look deep, deep, deep down, every one of these circles represents an atom. And these marbles are going to be part of our atoms in here. We can see that they're all closely packed together. They're slow moving. They're pretty much vibrating. So if these were two of our atoms, they're moving, they have some energy, but they're so close together that all they could barely do is vibrate. They vibrate, there's motion, but they can't really move anywhere because they're so closely packed together. So every solid around you right now, this pen, this horse, anything that's a solid, the atoms are technically moving. There's very slight motion in them. So again, if these are two of our atoms in the solid, they're so close together that all they can pretty much do is vibrate. And then because there's not a lot of motion, there's not a lot of energy. So it has low kinetic energy. For our liquid, it's a little different. They're more spaced out. So they'd be, still kind of touching, sticking together. They're moving around a little more, but there's a lot of them. They're kind of stuck together. They move around, more space between the atoms. Because they're moving around a little bit, you have maybe medium motion, you have medium kinetic energy, and they stick together. Especially with water, that's one of the unique characteristics of it, is that water sticks together. So I'm going to try to show you my bottle of water here. Like if you look, kind of as I'm moving it, all of the atoms are moving together. So it moves a lot differently than a solid. It's able to flow around, it's able to spread out unlike a solid, but it sticks together. And then lastly is a gas. Gases, just like you guys drew in the Nearpod, you have your circles, but they are the most spaced out and they move very quickly. So they're just kind of floating all around, bouncing into each other. And you can see that energy that kind of went into them coming together and pushed them away. You see that that's taking up a lot of motion. So gases have the most kinetic energy because they have the most motion. And they're spread out because they're bouncing around, bouncing into each other. There's nothing that holds them together. The last part of this is that the more kinetic energy something has, the higher the temperature. So if you've ever, boiled a pot of water, you could put cold water into that pot. As it heats up, it goes from a liquid to a gas. The reason that happens is that heat creates energy that causes motion, and whenever you increase the motion of a liquid, they start moving around more, they have more energy, and it becomes a gas. So again, this is looking at the differences between a solid, a liquid, and a gas at the molecular level. and relating it to kinetic energy or the energy from motion. Solids have the least motion. They're kind of squished together, so they have the least kinetic energy. Liquid, they're in the middle. They move around a little bit. They can't move around everywhere. They have medium kinetic energy. Gases move around the most. They have the most motion, which means they have the most kinetic energy. And we'll look at this again another day, and we'll write these notes out ourselves.